Okay, so I'm mainly going to talk about my dual credit journey, which led me to all of my education and my current career path, and all the challenges and obstacles and adventures that got me to where I am today. So in high school, my biggest passion was sports, and that's all I ever did was sports. When it came to school, I struggled in my education always. I was like a 60s, 50s, 70 if I was lucky with all my grades. It didn't matter how hard I'd work. I'd take extra help from my teachers after school, and I just couldn't get my grades higher than like a 65, which always intimidated me when it came time to thinking about post-secondary, because in high school they always tell you you need to have the best grades to get the best education, and I just assumed I wouldn't get accepted into any programs because I don't have the 90s that all my classmates had. And when it came time to deciding what I wanted to be when I grew up, I had no idea. And it was actually one of my high school teachers, Mr. McMillan, and he's definitely the person that inspired my whole education experience. So he strongly encouraged me to take the dual credit program because they were offering the course called Play, which is all about early childhood. My high school grades not being the best, the dual credit program, I was guaranteed acceptance into the early learning and childcare program. So that was a big confidence boost too, just not having to fear not getting into a program. I knew that this was the right program for me because I actually was excited to do homework, and I'd spend more hours than I needed to on all my assignments, and I just took so much pride in all of them. The Play course is just really, it was fun, and I was excited to do assignments, and I was getting higher grades in in a college level course than I was in high school courses. And that's when I decided, you know what, maybe I should take my teaching degree. And I was very interested in ATEP because I'd be able to educate myself more on the Indigenous culture. And I have family that's Aboriginal and friends, but I don't really know anything about the culture. Why not get my education with a specialization in it so that I could kind of learn the holistic approach and the medicine wheel and really dive into what the Indigenous culture brings to education. I guess my big thing with teaching is I like to be the teacher that is safe, that they're not afraid to like tell me something that's going on and that I'm their comfort zone, but also that I'm their aha moments. So then when they learn something, they're kind of excited, and it's like, oh, Mrs. Coberlin taught me this, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have known this. Sort of like how right now I'm talking back to Mr. Mack, like if it wasn't for him. Dual credit was extremely important because, again, it's what drove my passion for working with kids. It's what drove my passion for being in pre-K. Brighter Beginnings that I worked in, it's a pre-kindergarten program, and that exposure through dual credit is what drove my passion for being around kids and just kind of seeing how they run everything and how excited the kids get to be there and how excited the families are for the kids and all of that. And that was all through dual credit. And then again, like still having relationships with my instructors and some of my classmates, that's something that I keep with me as a reminder that I need to make sure that my class has that long-term connection that they get to keep from years to come.